counting somewhere?
I see stop video. It's recording.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to guess on the time. This is Wendy. Nod at me if she's on the screen.
Oh, I thought you meant
Nanny. And my mother. My audience of 3.
That's not good. Just leave it off.
Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
The hospitality industry is a very big part of our society today. According to the American Hotel and Lodging Association, in 2011, the industry generated $21.6 billion in pre-tax revenue, and it supported 7.5 million jobs. So as you can see, it really permeates our society a lot. A Gallup poll states that 64% of Americans took a vacation last year. So you can see even in America that it's a big deal. And I think it's a wonderful platform for showing how important it is that we show hospitality to other people, and especially because that's one of the things that God values. Now, I've worked at the Clarion Hotel in Shepherdstown for 6 months now, and I feel like I really understand the job field. I like working there, and I feel like I meet a lot of people, and so I think it's a good way to show how important it is that we take care of other people. I think it's a good platform for showing that value that God has. Now, when you're working the front desk, the first thing that you have to do is dispel any notions that you know what you're doing, because you never know what you're going to get on a daily basis. You could be a housekeeper, you could be a maintenance person, you might have to give driving directions somewhere 2 hours away that you've never heard of. But that's part of the job. You're pretty much a jack of all trades. Ruth Ann Torero said in Hotel and Motel Management, "Problems happen every day at hotels, and guests never know because your highly trained front desk, concierge, and housekeeping staffs know how to solve problems while keeping guests happy. The important thing is that you aren't letting guests see how much of a problem it is for you to solve it. You do whatever you can, and you make sure that the guest stays happy, and then that they realize how much you care about them." The training is very extensive. I remember with my own training, they would quiz me on any situation they think could happen. And then most of my training was actual on-the-job experience. Laurie Hurley, who's the director of rooms at the Opryland Hotel in Nashville, told in an interview with Robert Nozar, "Training for jobs on Opryland's front desk takes a minimum of 2 weeks before the employee is even put before guests. And even then, he or she has a partner whose sole duty it is to work with those trainees. So as you can see, it takes a lot of training before you're ready to be able to handle all the different concerns that guests have. But it's good training." Hospitality is really important. There are several Bible verses that speak of God valuing this. It's something that we can really put to use in our hotel industries nowadays. Of course, you all know about the Good Samaritan story. The man is injured on the road. Somebody who's supposed to be at odds with him cares for him, even though it's not the norm for those days, and takes him to an inn and pays for his expenses because he needs it. But this is not the only instance we see of hospitality in the Bible. There are several other areas where God speaks of it because it's important. Leviticus 19:34 says, "The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God." In another instance of the Bible, it reminds us that we need to do everything we can to actually meet the needs of people and not just express concern for them, because that's not, at the end of the day, going to do anything for them. James 2:15-17 says, "Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by actions, is dead." So as you can see, there are several instances in the Bible where God talks about hospitality and about taking care of other people. And I feel like the hotel industry is a major point where we can show that and give examples of that through that job industry. Thank you for your time.